Good evening, everybody, and especially Odysseus, since he's the first internet to react. Just gonna keep running the music for a second here. I can see they have a lobby, but from experience, it can take a second, especially since they're still on data center. In terms of the lineups today, we had some last-minute changes. So Quadrat actually left Friendly Fire just now in the instance. Deep Tank, aka Bimo number 2, Tech Bimo, Deep Tank, however you want to call him, joined Friendly Fire after having ringed for him, FF previously twice. Therefore, he could not ring for them again. And on the Spirit Gaming side, I think it was a few days ago, Noob, and this is not like me attacking him by calling him a noob. No, his actual name is Noob, joined Spirit Gaming and is also in the lobby. So far I can see in Bimo's stream we have Noob, Chaotic, Pittsburgh, and Game Spirit himself. And Toadies, I just saw Toadies. On the FF side, we can see Bimo, Sheep Tank aka Bimo 2. We can see Tima with his Sunnyside Egg profile picture that I always find funny. And we have Viceboard, who is ringing tonight for Friendly Fire, it seems, considering that Spirit Gaming is full. And then I think the last person in the lineup of FF is Phoenix, because coming out into his DMs, so we get a sneak peek into his DMs. How is the sound? How is the voice quality? How is all of that? I had to change some settings because my internet was kind of slow for a couple of days, and also Twitch doesn't really allow the high bitrate, so I had to adjust that. So I made some changes. Not sure how that turned out. Should be okay, but better to ask you now to regret it later. In terms of music, I decided tonight is a good night for the Hotline Miami soundtrack. Excellent game, but far better soundtrack in my opinion. The game is something you play, the soundtrack is something you probably listen to a whole lot more because it's just so freaking good, and that's why it's featured tonight here on Radio RFL. Current track is called Daisuke by El Huevero. I'll probably pronounce that. And it looks like Blackhead did manage to actually cast this stream onto his TV. Well done, Blackhead, even though you're probably too annoyed to type. As we're still waiting on that to happen, I think Bimo's delay on stream is fairly short, therefore I'm pretty confident they haven't started yet. I also asked for the picks and bans. I will not be listening in, you just have to rely on hopefully community feedback here. And we have to hope that Phoenix is joining shortly so we can get this game underway. I also hope that today Iotic's internet is better. I don't know if you guys know this, but Iotic's actually playing, and not only playing but also living in Lebanon. And apparently there is some issues with the ISP at the moment. We had a game versus them last week, and unfortunately for him, he kept dropping out. He kept lagging around to the point where it's detrimental in the sense that he was just warping and bullets were deleted and he couldn't actually compete in the game, and that's always a shame if you don't have a fair match. He apologized like an absolute chat. He is actually an absolute chat. So there were no hard feelings. It's just a shame that the game got kind of ruined by this. Hopefully that will not happen today, so we can see a good match. In terms of favorites, I have to give this one to Friendly Fire. They are strong in general, but the current lineup with Bimo 2 and then Ima 2 Phoenix, very strong, I would say. Not so sure how the whole thing with Viceboard is gonna handle. I'm pretty certain they haven't played with him in the past, not to knock him down or anything, but that's always sort of like a weak spot, I would say. If you don't know how the team plays, you kind of kind of out there, you know, in terms of communicating, which is already sort of an issue with Friendly Fire, because sometimes there's some Russian communication there, which most members of Friendly Fire get used to and even speak a few words. I mean, by now I actually know what Nishka means. But of course, when you join that team as a ringer, you probably don't know what that means. And I mean, in general, the callouts, not just if they're in Russian, just callouts in general can be different from team to team. So that is something as a ringer that's sort of hurting you, even if you're a good player. You know, you just don't know how they will play. I keep babbling because we keep waiting. Hopefully we'll get the game soon. And in the meantime, we're just gonna listen to, this one is called Miami by Jesper Byrne. I believe that's the main author, or I don't know how you want to call it, the host of the soundtrack. There's a whole bunch of artists, very talented artists on that soundtrack. So I'm not entirely sure if that counts, but I think that's sort of like the main track of that soundtrack. And I'm just gonna message Bimo. Because, okay, now 2 Phoenix is actually in the lobby. We can see what's what. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what Spirit Gaming is going to ban. I do remember what they banned against us, what they picked against us. I think they like Stockpile, but so does Friendly Fire. And also they liked Manor, which I believe Friendly Fire will ban, but I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, aside from that, how is everybody? How is your evening, your Saturday? I have to admit, I'm kind of annoyed that Saturday is almost over already again. Happened so fast. Kinda annoying, but what you gonna do, really, about it? You can also see Contact Cannon is in chat. Hello to you. I hope you're well. Or maybe this is just the Twitch sort of memory. And you are getting a bunch of Discord notifications. You should check those out. Actually, I'm of course trolling. I have got the picks, at least parts of them, or rather I got the bans. We got the Vice ban by Friendly Fire. We got the Style ban by Spirit Gaming. We got the Stockpile ban, interestingly enough, by Friendly Fire. It's very interesting to me, is it's a map they actually quite like, I would say, and maybe are even decent at it. Obviously they're decent at it. So this is a little bit surprising. And they, Spirit Gaming banned us too. So we got our picks and bans. Let me just write that down. So we got Vice and Stockpile and Pressure and Dust 2. Boom! Production value. Right there. Okay, let's turn down the music because I think it's about to happen. Pause that until the break. Let's see. Already see a lobby. No, we cannot. So with that in mind, actually let me get a few more things ready here. All right, first pick, Ulrich.
I write a lot of essays.
Oh, that of course is very awkward, trying to fire up the memes, and YouTube, of course, as YouTube is bombarding us with ads. Not on my channel. This is a free radio. You can kiss my I don't know, something appropriate. All right, and with that said, have to wait on the game to start. So what are the predictions from chat? How do you think this will turn out? I can see Mr. Toxic in chat once more, not playing for his team as Mr. Toxic does. He does not play Pavlov, therefore he can watch Pavlov, I guess. And Black Hat actually managed to chat on. I actually do have adblock on my sort of main Chrome profile. So But I'm not running that on this one, and I don't want to because it's like for testing stuff, you know. So usually I block those ads, but in this case, we skip that. Actually, I've meant to like install like a soundboard software and download the clips and all of that, but you know, I'm lazy, so I didn't. So we just gotta, you know, do it. We also got Rocket in the house. Good evening, sir. I hope all of you are well. I can see a Reach Sky game firing up. I believe that's matchmaking. Dear Lord, who is still playing Reach Sky? Do you not have something better to do? And I can see they're on an oil rig lobby with quite the score. They're ending it now. Not sure what that was about. Perfectly honest. But hopefully we'll start soon. Just waiting on BMO. Start the game. Start the game already, as they say in Age of Empires. Got the first predictions. Apparently FF is going to lose because FF is bad. But we'll see in just about a second because we have a Finding Game server now. Hopefully the gods, or rather Dave, is nice to them and gives them a quick and good lobby. But we'll have to wait on that one. How that goes. And also, I was talking a lot of smack. I don't know if you guys saw. I was on Turbo's stream the other day. I did mirror the stream to this one, but I was primarily in his YouTube chat. And I did say, if you load into the Path TV recording on the 1 minute mark, it will never sort of finish early. Giggity, sex joke and everything, but it never stops until the game is actually done. But then it did for him. And now I'm on the record saying that it never happened to me. You know, I swear it never happened to me before. Yeah, if it happens tonight, then that would be very awkward. Also, we got Stale in the chat. Hopefully this is not a Boris wife moment. No, of course it's not. He's not in the game, so he's legally allowed to be in the stream. No Boris wifing here. We have some weird comments by Mr. Toxic we're trying to ignore, which is always hard. And we're still at the Finding Game server stage. Celebrating your birthday. Can we get some Field's birthday in the chat, please? We should be able to do that as we wait. There we go. There we go. Field's birthday. Field's birthday. Or Stale. I have to ask. Stale. Is it Stale? Is it... I don't know how Turbo pronounced it, but it kind of made sense in the moment. I don't think I can replicate it. Yeah. Happy 17th birthday. Like everybody else in VRML. You're 17. But we might age a little bit faster waiting on this game server. Everybody's 17, therefore we know this. Also, we pretty much know anything and everything. We know every alt of Nipnap. We know what Frosty does for a living, and that's a well-guarded secret. He never talks about it, and yet we know. It's actually kinda crazy. Just Stale. I knew it. So I think Turbo got it wrong, but it's cute the way he says it, so it's fine. What's also fine is the fact that we finally get the server. I'm waiting on the 1 minute mark. I can still see they're on the river round, so it doesn't look like BMO has a lot of delay. So let's just jump into it once we can. Yeah, and Stale fell for it. That's a rookie mistake. But you're gonna learn, and it's your birthday, so we should kind of forgive. And there you can hear the gentle waves of the oil rig, and fittingly somebody, you know. Anyways, here we go. Here we go. I think I have that on soundboard somewhere as well. But let's not risk any other interruption and actually go into the game. So Ulrich was picked by Friendly Fire, and interestingly enough, they get to start on the T side, which I still argue that this map is slightly T-sided, although you certainly have the better results on the CT side. Let's see what Friendly Fire is doing. Angles are a little bit rough. Also, I haven't casted in a while, so it's gonna be rough. We'll fix it. Looks like a traditional B push. 3 men on the B main. Already hearing the util Aortic will have heard that, I think. Although nobody is moving so far. Seeing some smoke where you should smoke. We see Toadies on the vents, shooting up there, telling Sheep Tank, hey man, you better not come here. Team, however, showing Aortic, hey, if I press the buttons on that Glock, I'll get killed. Toadies can do the same. Now on the flank, having an angle on Toadies. Looks like he has a 1911, doesn't manage to kill Toadies, but the plant goes down, and Tima is showing once more how the Glock works by shooting Toadies in the face. And now Game Spirit and Pittsburgh are on the scene. We have Phoenix on the main, and Sheep Tank holding the back. Sheep Tank is very low. Tima getting another headshot, therefore making the 2K, and Phoenix getting 2 kills. The Russians cleaning up the site and getting the first round. And from here on out, of course, they have the better economy for now. I'm hydrating with some delicious peach iced tea. I hope everybody is staying hydrated in these rather hot times. What's also hot is the fact that we see a bunch of weird guns. We see Sheep Tank with the, I call it the Cooley 9 by... Personally, I think it's a mistake. What's also a mistake is trying to blind fire 1911. And 1911 is ineffective in the best of times, but this was absolutely pointless. Now they are rushing onto site. Nice. Well, actually, that was a magazine. Silly goose, I would say. And they're just taking over site, but Toadies does get the picks on Phoenix. Trades out. No, actually doesn't trade out. Weisbrot actually got the kill with the Bison. I do not agree with the Bison buy, even though it works for him, because it's armor penetrating, and of course in a safe round the enemy does not have armor, or probably doesn't have armor. And also the kill bonus is not that high. It looks like Aortic is making it out of there. Running where everybody can hear him. Also rubber banding quite a bit, oh my lord. That Bemo's shutting him down. Oh no, his ping is spiking up and down again. Hopefully that'll sort of stop happening. We don't want another Mad Age incident on this map. I still remember that one, but oh no, it does not look good. Maybe still should get ready to hot swap that in. In terms of the actual game, coming back to that, of course the save round was pretty uneventful. We got 1 deagle kill by Toadies. So far the only one who fragged on the city side. And they got the plant, they got their kills, so they made the money. And now they set themselves up, but now Spirit Gaming actually has the big guns in terms of the AK. Interesting to me, they are only playing 2 on the B side, which I would say at this point is a little bit untraditional. But now Game Spirit with the early rotate, and FF kind of stuck. However, Toadies gets taken out on the vent, which is cannibalized that side. Aortic now deep in the smoke. Not very good time to be inside the smoke because people can see you before you can see them. And they're cleaning up, leaving just Pittsburgh, who should absolutely save his gun and not 1v5 it. But he tries it anyway. He just missed Weisbrot, or maybe he had smoke there. Does his sort of signature single fire burst, which personally I'm also not a fan of because the fire rate of the AK is low to begin with. And then you just get melted by the M4s. But he's doing a little bit of spinning in the spawn, and they need to save another round, but they decide instead to force it. So we see a bunch of AKs coming out, as well as a little bit of flashbanging. Hopefully they can sort of recover and get some points here, because I would hate for this to be a one-sided game. And Spirit does make it to the stairs. It's possible that Nemo heard it, but there was gunfire going on, so... They keep going with the Spirit showing himself early. Now he's absolutely pinned. Cannot get out of there. He's trying to use the flashbang. And then gets killed by Weisbrot. So I was about to say they almost have side, but the Aortic just decides to just make me look like a fool by shooting everybody. And now it's all of a sudden it's a 42. 4v0. Aeotic gets another kill, and Toadies also shows that he can indeed deal with the AK. So that's the first round for SG, and it was just what they needed in terms of breaking the economy, because now they have the cash on hand. On the friendly fire side, they still have money, but they need to win this round, or at least get the plant to play next round. I mean, they can play in any case, but you know what I mean. Then they can buy guns and actually play the game instead of being silly with 1911s. We have a little bit of a split here. B stopped working, so they decide, you know, let's not do that anymore. Looks like a slow A. We have Tima with the bomb, but they're probably gonna take it slow, try to fake it. But BMO gets naded out. I'm flying all the way over there. I'm not pressing any hotkeys tonight. Sheep Tank is just pressing his brain against the wall, or rather Game Spirit is helping him on that one. Now we have BMO in the garage, or rather in the all room, just lurking in the mid. The A here must come now. 2 Phoenix is under, but Noob pushed mid, and he shoots down Tima, who had the bomb, and then Iceboat also is being killed by Pittsburgh. So A-Long is completely cleared, leaving left BMO in mid with 1 shot or 2 shot, but manages to take out Toadies, and now 2 Phoenix is the hope that needs. Pittsburgh not aware, and Phoenix should be aware that Aeotic is there, because I believe he got a kill. Should hear some, maybe not. But now BMO's clear, and I don't think Phoenix is aware, because he's just pointing his gun upward. But oh no, this, they hurt each other, and 2 Phoenix is now pretty much 1 shot. I think he's gonna save this one. Only has 28 seconds. He does pick up the bomb and not guns, and looks like he's wanting to rotate, but I just don't think he has the time. 20 seconds on the clock. He needs to sneak, because otherwise they hear him. If they haven't heard him already, it looks like they did. Now Game Spirit definitely hears him, and 2 Phoenix has only 10 seconds left. Barely enough time, if at all. He has to start typing soon. But oh no, Spirit Gaming is not there. They are not reading this right. And with 1 second on the clock, 2 Phoenix manages to plant the bomb, but then dies to a nice headshot from Noob. So they have all the time in the world. Maybe even run back to pick up another gun. Actually, no, never mind. They picked up the gun during the round. Something I personally cannot support. Unless you know the enemy is saving for sure. You should not touch guns because of, you know, the risk of getting caught out while doing that. Did I not adjust my title? If so, sir, hats off to you. Oh yes, I did not do it on Twitch. I will do that immediately before I get AP for spreading fake news. FS versus SG. You are very much correct, sir. There we go. That should be fixed, or should be fixed as soon as you press F5. But don't press F5. You don't need to read the title. What you need to do is stay tuned into Radio FL, where you see friendly fire with another B push. You know, it failed, but if it failed, you just try again. That's pretty much how B works on this site or in this map. Game Spirit being adventurous. Is he being caught out? No, he catches Tima. And Tima had the bomb. I think he saw that. But he trades out with Iceboat. Personally, I feel like his initial reaction to go back was the better choice. Noob again, aggressive in mid, going all the way through and not being stopped whatsoever. We have BMO under, but bomb is down on B main. And unlucky timing for Sheep Tank. He was checking towards garage as Aeotic peaked. Now it's a 4v2 situation. Noob is in the back. Aeotic gets another kill, leaving just BMO, who slow walked all the way. This is some Mr. Toxic reaction rotation over here. And now BMO picks the fight. 1v4. Is he going to win? No, he is not going to win. I would say I'm surprised, but I'm actually not. 1v4 is something that rarely works out with the bomb down. But then again, there was not a lot to save, basically, except his own gun. In terms of scores, now it's a bit more even in the sense that it's actually completely even. Scoreboard-wise, we see Aeotic leading the charge 6-4 on the SG side, and Viceboard, the ringer, 5-4 on the friendly fire side. And one more time, maybe it failed, but, you know, maybe it doesn't fail again. Maybe this time Tima is ready for the aggression. And we have a funny buy over here with a bunch of Bisons and a Deagle. Not sure how I feel about this one. But Tima feels pretty confident, just shoots Game Spirit in the face and he dies. We have Toadies on the barrels. And now at that range, I feel like the Bison is severely outclassed, obviously. But Odys is all alone. He does nade the side. I don't think that got anybody. He just uses his AK and it works so well. That's the pillar of death for FF there. The bomb is planted in the default spot. Very nice. So now they only have to defend, and in terms of planting, that already sort of paid out. But now Noob on the flank again in mid. The teamer just shuts him down. 2-3. 2-2. 1-2 now for Phoenix. He has the bomb planted for him. He tries to go for the defuse, but Phoenix is saying, no, I'm still here and I do not allow this. I do not approve this. And he just plays time as he should. Chaotic now pushes him and actually loses the gunfight, but even if he didn't, I don't think he would have time. And Phoenix realizes he's not making it out of there and goes up in flame. This was an excellent sort of semi-buy for friendly fire as they got another point, which was more important than saving a little bit of cash. They should have the money for the next 2 rounds if they don't spend it all, unlike Bimo, who just bought down to 0. So hopefully his teammates can pick him up in case he needs to apply for the last round. Current scoreboard. Looks like this time is actually A. I'm not sure what's going on as to why they're going A. Actually, I know. This is Mind Games. Pitbar now getting tagged by Otic, immediately rotating. GameSplit is also aggressive on the B side, so they know it's an A. They should expect the under because they make all the footsteps in the world. Pittsburgh is able to get Tima, but now the under actually clears A long. I don't know how they didn't hear this one, and now it's just Toadies and GameSplit in a 2v4 situation. Having lost side, Toadies is still there. And GameSplit manages to kill Phoenix in the mid, 3v2 now. And they get the bomb down. I think Tima had the bomb exactly, and he got killed immediately. Now all of the sudden it's 1v2. I thought for sure they had it. They had the side, or most of the side. That nade was just slightly undercooked. That flashbang only annoys the vents. Now the smoke grenade. Please don't do it. He does it. And he gets punished for it. And with that, we go into the final rounds. Personally, I want to know what the hell these vents are about. They're just, you know, all over the place. What exactly are they venting? This is just keeping me up at night. If anybody knows, please email to information@radiorfl.com. We have a bunch of nonsense chatter in the chat. Maybe we can calm that down a little bit before we get AP for that. In terms of the match, Bimo now has to buy a deagle because all of his teammates also needed to funny buy. We have 2 Phoenix on the Farmers, we have Whiteboard on the Bison, and then 2 AKs. It looks like sort of a split push. We have a lot of aggression on B. It's a bit hard to sort of catch it all. There's somebody pushing hard under. And on B, we see some light utility. It seems to be able to fake him out. Pittsburgh catches Deep Tank underground. Noob also kills Viceboard, leaving just Phoenix, Tima, and Bimo. Correction, leaving just 2 Phoenix and Tima. 5v2 in the last round. Toadies should not leave this side. Matter of fact, everybody should reset. There's no point in a 5v2 to rotate unless the bomb is down. Maybe there was a missed call. I don't think so. Noob scanning the mid, seeing what's up. Toadies also getting 2 Phoenix. I'm not expecting Tima on the vents. However, GameSplit is there. Oh, Tima does get the plant. However, it's the last round. All they have to do is now type in 8 funny numbers. So, you know, they'll probably manage. Unless they do some funny memes things. No, Eotic actually snips it. Tells his teammate, hey, if you want points, you can have them. Like I said in the beginning, he's an absolute chat. And he clips it. 5-4, there was quite the comeback here from SG on that CT side. Now we should see what their T side can do. I think this is where it's going to be tricky. Because despite me saying the map, in my opinion, is slightly T-sided, it still requires some coordination. It requires the entry frags, all that good stuff. And FF certainly knows how to play this. I would say, hopefully I'm not making my fool out of myself. Although it would be quite funny. Yeah, and they're also going for a B push. The 2 people mid, Noob now going over to B main. FF, however, is actually not having 2 people on site. We have Viceboard in the mid just shooting the 1911 in vain, not doing any damage with that. And now we have the double peek on long. It's a bit tricky because, you know, you kind of just block yourself or you wide peek. Phoenix now spotting 2 people entering the main, so they now know it's a B. They have Demo on the white flank. Pittsburgh being taken down by Phoenix, but Game Spirit was able to push the mid. He's now in the flank and is able to kill Iceboat. However, Demo with the counter flank kills Chaotic, who I believe has the bomb. And now Game Spirit kills the Phoenix. All Demo has to do is not fight this. Questionable flashbang. Game Spirit has to play this and Demo just has to play time. Question is, where did the bomb drop? Oh, the bomb actually sort of in an advantage spot. Bimo certainly saw it if it dropped it in the 9 point, but Game Spirit gets the head tap. I would have liked for Bimo to play this a little bit more cautious. However, it was not the case. Heat of the moment, maybe 6 for good recovery on that pistol round, I would say. And yeah, of course, now Spirit Gaming can actually buy the big guns. They're sort of mixing it up. 1 and I believe 4 AKs. I better hope for Pittsburgh that the rest of his team doesn't die, because if you end up with an ump when the enemy team finds AK, it's always an awkward time. So Phoenix with the knives, can he channel his champions? Man, he cannot. Eric clears him out of that corner. Game Spirit also clears off Tima's head, and now they have complete control of the B side. Game Spirit, however, might run into the knife of Viceboard. Oh no! Unfortunately for Viceboard, he did not expect Game Spirit to be this close, so he switched to his 1911, I believe, and that gave it away. I think he could have knifed him, leaving just Cheap Tank, who also was not able to channel his inner Englishman, so perfect safe round. In terms of economy for Spirit Gaming, nobody died. And yeah. This is the current scoreboard. Game Spirit clearly popping off here, 15-7. Rest of the team sort of equally dividing their kills. I think still slightly spiking for Eric, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was in my game that I mentioned earlier. On the FF side, we're also seeing some high ping, but that's rather usual, rather normal. It's not unusual as Tom... I want to say Tom Selleck, but no, it's not Tom Selleck, it's Tom Jones? That sounds wrong too. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, most of you are probably too young to understand which song I'm referencing here on Radio FL. What's not being referenced is any sort of, like, peace. There's just gunfire and murder all over. It's a 2v2 situation now. Nook finding a Cheap Tank is there. Cheap Tank not firing back. Hopefully his gun was loaded. And Game Spirit now in the flank. Oh no, Game Spirit in his absolute rage shoots Noob, and then Noob shoots Viceboard. Slight misunderstanding right there. But another round for Spirit Gaming, and this is starting to look bad for Friendly Fire. They have to do something now, and they realize this. Maybe they're listening to the... No, of course they're not, but they are buying Bisons, buying an AK. I believe they will even be on loss next round. Yeah. We have Bimo on A long. I believe Tima is making it to mid. Viceboard catches Game Spirit being aggressive in mid. Bison works out for him. And the Bison's worked out earlier. Pittsburgh is basically one-shot at this point. And then Viceboard gets another kill. Aeolic trades out with Cheap Tank, leaving just 2 people on upper. Trying to fight for his life, but is also taken out at another round. Maybe they should just buy Bisons all the time. That was a shooting gallery, right there. Yes, that's how the start of a comeback can look like. However, Spirit Gaming still has plenty of money. I believe even next round. So it should still be certainly interesting. We have Game Spirit in the mid, and this time it's an A. Let's see how Bimo defends against it. He drops a nade that funnily bounces back in the most funny way. Bimo should have heard this. Still decides to pick it, gets a pick, but now it needs to do something to get the hell out of there. Just drop another nade and then tries to drop and actually gets the drop shot. I believe we can call this drop shot on Noob before running the hell away. Tima now backing him up by killing Toadies, leaving just Game Spirit in mid and Pittsburgh all alone on A long. He's already very hurt. There was a good defense by BMO, if very ballsy, I would say. And he cleans it all up. He just is in control of his own lane, leaving just Game Spirit, who's already top fragging. So, yeah, we have to try to make this happen in a short time. Hopefully there's more ads. But, yeah. It didn't go. It didn't go. Therefore we can stop the memes. I was kind of hoping there was some more bloodshed, but he just got killed. He's still certainly killing 99. But will it be enough? Now we see a safe round. Personally, I like this decision. They had the money to buy some guns, but they'd rather, you know, charge up their money to buy some util. Hello, BC. How are you today? Remo, this time still further back on A long. Let's flip over. Pittsburgh gets killed by Sheep Tank on the barrels. Remo also clears out Game Spirit from his mid peak. Yodik enters side, gets Phoenix. Catches Sheep Tank as he was nading, hitting him half HP and taking off the blade, also halving HP Vice Board, leaving both of them very one-shotty. As Toadies finds out, he can't skip the kill. One more hit on Sheep Tank would have cleared him out, but there was also Tima in the flank. Leaving Sheep Tank fell. They would have lost the round. Somewhat okay safe round. But yeah, Spirit Gaming, if they want to take it home, they absolutely need to win this round, otherwise it's wide open again. I mean, it's already wide open, anybody's game at this point, but they didn't have a lot of success so far on T side, except for the first round and the follow-up round on that one. Game Spirit gets naded in mid, is half HP, always an awkward time when you immediately lose most of your health. Looks like this time they want to breach B in force. Nate clearing out the ninja spot where nobody is. Trying to find a better angle here. Nuno finds the angle. Phoenix shoots him in the face, which is now just there. Now they breach side. Unfortunately, I believe Eotic had the bomb, and Vimo gets another kill, trades out with Pittsburgh, and now it's a 3v2 situation. We have Game Spirit in Garage lurking below Tima. I'm not sure Tima knows that he's there. That nade didn't hit him, so if Game Spirit plays it smart, he can maybe bait out Tima, but Tima doesn't take the bait. Walks back to Ulrich. He has a little standoff there, as does Belong. Bomb is down on site, unfortunately for Spirit Gaming, and now Noob dies, leaving just Game Spirit, and he does not have the health to fight this one. Unless Tima walks past him, he just walks through the smoke, no fricks given, and Tima's back was turned to him. At just 30 seconds on the clock and no HP. Not sure what his game plan here is. But whatever it was, it did not turn out, as he did not have the health to fight that one. I think he tagged Tima once, but it was not a head tap, and even then I believe it would have been a trade. Making this an 8-8, so the comeback certainly is real. Can Spirit Gaming now win this round? They absolutely need to. Friendly Fire has more than enough money for the last round, even if they should lose this one, or for the next 2 rounds, I should say. Spirit Gaming should be on loss by now, so they can also buy next rifles, but obviously that's not the situation they want to go in. They want to try their luck again on A long. Emo smoking it off, interestingly enough. That, in my opinion, sort of helps the enemy more than it helps you. But now Tima backs him up. The nades fly around, but Yorick manages to dodge it, not because of his warping, but rather because he was behind cover. But now everything is smoked off, they need to wait, and it doesn't look like FF is believing that this is actually a fight in A long push, which I don't agree at all with. All the lanes are open, they can get all the intel in the world, have so much map control. Lucky for SG, FF does not seem to make use of it. They just all chill there. Vimo gets the first kill. They should not peek him one by one, I'm not sure what they are doing. But now Game Spirit gets Bimo, and really nobody is nearby. This is actually working. Actually, I was lying. Tima, of course, was on the bridge. already there, but GameSpirit is on site, has the bomb ready. Detonate, flies off the map, and Tank is under, so we can get the flank. Question is it still needed? Toadies is in mid somehow, for some reason. Pittsburgh about to be flanked by under. Toadies needs to get his player model over there, because they can now defuse, because they have a player pinned. A god nade by Toadies would clean up. Unfortunately, he does not have the util. And yeah, 8-9 now, 4 friendly fire. And now it's do or die for Spirit Gaming. They got the plant and the lost money, meaning they can buy guns and util, all that good stuff. And somehow they got away with a 5-man long push, at least to a plant. The defense then obviously fell apart a little bit after initial casualties. It looks like they like the odds there and doing variation of this again, having 4 people now moving on to A long. BMO again with the pre-nade or pre-smoke. Now the counter nades are flying. BMO gets attacked slightly. Will friendly fire realize that this is not a fake, this is the actual strat this time. BMO using his silencer, therefore not giving away his position. I believe that map fell under the map, or maybe it was caught by that little train thing. Viceboard is believing under, about to run into GameSpirit if he's being... Oh no, never mind, I'm just too old for this game. Viceboard is clearly up top. So GameSpirit about to have the flank, and now they're coming all A long. But the crossfire is there. GameSpirit does get BMO, but Phoenix is still on... Tima is still on the bridge. Viceboard is still on the cubby. The nade is perfect, as it should be. Leaving is a 1v3 situation. It's just GameSpirit. He needs to win this. But they know where he is. And he has 45 seconds. Bomb is down on side. So I don't think the cards are in his favor. Although Sheeptank playing it aggressive. But it works out for him, meaning 8-10. The comeback was real. I believe it was 8-4. But then Spirit Gaming was not able to close it out. And this is the final scoreboard for map 1. GG's. Yeah. Let's, how does this work again? Of course. Oh, that works. We can go back into the break with some more Hotline Miami. And it looks like you're getting these Discord messages again. You should really check your notifications on that one. But we do have a second map which is about to start. We have Manor, as the observant observer might have noticed. I really updated the title card. Spirit Gaming, sort of as predicted, not to toot my own horn or anything, did pick Manor. And interestingly enough, Friendly Fire picked CT side. Although, maybe because of the result of last map, they just feel more confident. They're now finding game server, so we can turn down the music. This one was called Miami Disco by Perturbator. Perfect timing, actually. And it's interesting to me because I said it the last time, but yeah, definitely T-sided. Manor is definitely T-sided. So though Spirit Gaming picked the side, they also get, I would say, the better side of the map to start. So we'll see how many points they can realize here, because this is certainly a map where you should make most of your points on the T side and then just finish it off easy on the CT side. But yeah, we'll see if that happens. As we're waiting to find on waiting on the finding game server, which makes me realize I might have stopped the music too early, given how this can take quite some time. But nonetheless, we're gonna keep it a little bit silent here. You know, keep it a little bit private down low. We can talk. How is everybody? You enjoy yourself today? Any plans for tomorrow? How's the family? All that good stuff. We're here for you. Please, Dave. Please. We need the game server. As far as lineups go, still the same. And that also means, sort of for last map, we don't really have a lot of picks. We have Cash, we have Inferno, we have Industry, and we have... I'm missing something. My brain is not as good as it used to be. Museum, of course. If they are men of cultures, they can go to museum. Personally, I think it's gonna be a CS map. Hopefully it's not gonna be Inferno. And it looks like the matchmaking server decided to go to Ash, which, why would you ever? But they do. Friendly Fire and Spirit Gaming, however, still looking for server. MadLab is also running Harbor on S&D. Has he not heard the news that the map is not competitive and therefore cannot be played? He might have not. Hopefully what can be played is Manor, but we're still waiting. Some more delicious Lipton iced tea. I'm not sponsored, but I still want to say I think Lipton is far superior to Arizona. Maybe that's a controversial statement. Maybe I get cancelled again, but I just don't see the appeal. I just don't see it. If you have strong opinions on iced tea, do share them, or do tell me to shut up. We are waiting, as Bimo is now switching over into the hunt mode to keep himself warmed up. Although in this weather, that shouldn't be too hard. It is so freaking hot right now. As we wait and wait and wait.
Two hours later.
Hopefully not, but it certainly looks that way. We can now observe BMO warming up in the manner. This is not the actual gameplay I'm watching. This would certainly be one advantage of the custom servers. Would be not this time of waiting. But there are a few disadvantages. Therefore, we have to stick to lobbies for now. As for your question, Superhero, games are fun. You just have to play with me, and then they're certainly fun. Or at the very least, you are the one that has more fun than the person you're playing with, always guaranteed when I'm there. So, you know, that's an alternative. We are just waiting here. And I'm really close to putting on the music, but I feel like as soon as I do, they will find a game server. What the heck? Let's just do it anyways. This one is called Vengeance, again by Turbert. I always struggle with saying the name. But you know what? Good track though, good track. Now I also remember how Kobo pronounced the name, that Esther, which makes sense from a French perspective, but to me then it sounds like female, you know, Estelle as the name, which is probably not intended. What is intended that we are finally loading into Manor, BMO loaded in, they are in the pistol, everybody's on the right team. Is everybody loading in? I'm waiting to see the scoreboard. I sure hope so. Yes, that appears to be the case. Wonderful. Oh, we can kill the music as predicted. It was unnecessary. Yeah. We're just waiting on the 1 minute mark and then we can load in. There we go. It's there. We can start. I am hyped about this. Let's remove the pause screen. And we should be good. Seeing friendly fire on the CT side, just lying down in spawn, having a nap. Except for Phoenix, who ran all the way over there. And now it's on Spirit Gaming to show us just how T-sided this map is. What will they do? What will they buy? The stakes are high. Actually, they're not. You know, you have to win like 20 games and then you get the promise of a headset. Not that great if you think about it. But it's certainly fun. What's also fun is going to the A side on pistol. Phoenix realizes this, does it as well. As does Tima. Nobody's going garden. Very interesting to me. We're just stacking the side, leaving that lane completely open. And Game Spirit with the bomb just going in there. Tima now falling in. He will not have hurt, but he does still trade out. And now it's a 2v4 situation with the bomb down on side. But Toadies kills Sheep Tank, and maybe this confuses friendly fire. Maybe they didn't realize that Game Spirit had the bomb, because I believe he had it on the back. BMO is still sort of in main. Two Phoenix is falling back. Icebolt again with the 1911. What is this man with the 1911? It certainly works for him as he kills them both. Meaning this pistol round was an absolute disaster for Spirit Gaming. No plant, no maidens, as the kids say, I think. I don't know. I'm not that young anymore. But yeah, that didn't work out. And now they have to make a do. Phoenix buying the FAMAS, I don't like it. Because it's sort of not like a eco play. It's also not a rifle play. It's just a FAMAS, which is always sad, in my opinion. But Tima now being hyper aggressive with the Uzi, getting 2 kills, just doing a drive-by, mowing down 2 people. Yodik trading out his Phoenix. I blame this one on the FAMAS. And Tima also getting with a headshot from that distance with the Uzi. Personally, I can't hit anything with that thing. That thing is the bane of my gun games. Like, I hate that thing so much. Emo now trying to impress Tima. Tima picks up the Famas, maybe he can make it work a little bit better. And Spirit Gaming, checking out the map. This is CT spawn. Very interesting. I don't think he has bomb, therefore whatever he does here is not really interesting. Goes over the little bridge. I've talked about this. I found the whole layout of this map really confusing. There's like an extended, like, who does a garden like this? Like, why would you enclose it into high walls with 3 gates like this? Is this some sort of weird prison? Anyways, back to the game. Game Spirit finally makes it to the comically large graveyard part of the manor, which any good manor, I guess, should have. And he still has 25 seconds, so he's just slow walking it, but I don't think this is playing out for him. There's no point in saving the eagle, really. At this point, he's really just denying them money, I guess. Maybe he peeks out as the round ends, and maybe he denies the gun, but there's not really many guns to deny. Really, only Sheep Tank is a gun worth keeping. And Tima gets another frag, boosting him up to the top of the scoreboard with a 6-1 KD, I believe. That was a 3k at least, maybe even a 4k right there. But again, on a safe round, that's, you know, something different. I mean, sure, point superior. It would not be a manor if it wasn't comically large, but, you know, it's still silly. It would be like buying a church just because you can. Oh, the pre-nade is a little bit undercooked. Eric and Pittsburgh are hesitating and therefore still get hit. Bimo is not hesitating and dying. Dies to Spirit Gaming, who just keeps on pushing, and Sheep Tank just misses it by an inch. And now all these things that could be very confusing. Yes, Tima does not expect this at all, and neither does Spirit Viceboard. So the tits are taken, or rather the banana. But Sheep Tank just cleans up house. It's just Pittsburgh, who now has been spotted. Who has the bomb, and Sheep Tank keeps seeing him through all the gates but cannot kill him. But now he can. And I'm not sure what that was. If you get shot like 10 times, maybe it's time to fight back, or, you know, assess your strategy of seeing if you're actually bulletproof from the back, which he clearly wasn't. Yeah. Personally, I agree with the rezoning decision of the church. That shouldn't be a thing. And if it prevents you from buying that stupid shit, I'm all for it. What I would be for would be a bit more even game. What the... I believe this was a frickin' cross knife from Bimo in... from the table lane into the stairs. He will be very happy. Personally, I'm very sad, because this is just random bullshit that actually does not... you know... like, it's just luck, basically. Well, it's not like this Game Spirit just popping the head of a Bimo, turning this suddenly into a 4v3 situation after that devastating early kill. But Tima on the garden flank takes out Game Spirit, and Toadies leaving just Noob and Aeotic, who managed to snipe them into B. Now they have the headshot, but they need to push past. I think Noob has the bomb. Aeotic for sure has the aim. Oh no, the bomb gets dropped by Viceboard, who is also on banana. Now Eric will do the plant, but he is sort of surrounded. Nate bounces off, and Tima cleans it up. Tima this just mercilessly gunning them down. But I mean, this is pretty much how the Ulrich game started as well. Spirit Gaming was just losing round after round, and then got the good comeback. So maybe the comeback starts now, or the other comeback comes back. I don't know. Hopefully. I just hope for somewhat even games. So far it's pretty one-sided. Also fairly one-sided in terms of skills. Game Spirit on the one side with 5 and Tima with 9 on the other. Bimo only really got his cross knife. Nothing else. So maybe you should buy 2 knives. I hope not. And since B didn't work this time, they go for A. The early nade tags Noob at the bottom of the stairs just barely. This one, however, does a lot more damage. That's always the problem once you lose a bunch of rounds. Enemy has all the util in the world. They kill Tima, they take him down. Toadies get Sheep Tank, but loses versus Viceboard, and Phoenix also kills Noob. Not Noob and Aeotic, but they know Noob is there. Now in a 1v3 situation. We almost managed to kill Viceboard, but quite not there. 5-0. Oh my, oh my, oh. Hopefully they can recover. They picked this map, so you'd think they could execute, but if you face against Tima, then, you know, there's always the risk of just getting shot. Certainly very quick rounds. Looks like this one not so quick. Maybe they hurt me. This is, however, the worst spot to be in, personally, because no cover for miles. Obviously, you're not getting pre-nated there, but if they take balcony, then the round's basically over. Or maybe not basically, but very hard to fight balcony. Tima, however, finds out it's hard to find this many people. Eotic makes it into garden, but peeks to the right side at just the wrong time. The friendly nade is being not landed. Tima is one shot, but of course they don't know this. Now flashed aside, but Tima is in the long lane. And he still manages to trade out. I think there was a little bit of lag there. I think this one is a little bit unfortunate for Noob who died after Tima was shot. Pittsburgh already on the wide angle. Now a 2v2 situation, absolutely winnable. I think Game Spirit saw Wiseball. Pittsburgh should take his time. But he does not. Pittsburgh has the bomb. What is he doing? Does he know he has the bomb? He might have caught BMO there off guard, you know, with a very unusual play. But oh no, concentration. Oh, please. He gets the plant down. But he doesn't hear. But now he hears. BMO misses his shots and he's pretty low. Pittsburgh can absolutely win this one. BMO is confused by the fact that the bomb is not there where it's supposed to be. He wants to clip around the corner. Pittsburgh is having none of that. Winning the first round for Spirit Gaming. Well done. If a little bit shaky on that plant, but heat of the moment, sweaty hands, especially in this weather, whatever it may be, we all have experienced it. At least I have plenty of times, but also very bad at it. And what's happening? We see a bunch of people, actually nobody going into mana, which I think you should always go into the house. The house is safe from nades for the most part. You can shoot through all the walls. Have a lot of fun. GameSplit again on the flank. The pre-nade acts Pittsburgh. Nothing else. Yodik is again lagging a little bit high. Hopefully that'll get in check. They nade the spot Tima would be in, but Tima, being the smart player that he is, knows Radar should not be there. And GameSplit gets BMO on the table lane. It's almost trades with Wiseboard. Wiseboard is now one shot. Who's not one shot is Tima, who just kills everybody. 13-4. Interesting nade. If that bounced a little bit better, it would have maybe tagged. He does get Phoenix, but he's now half HP and they know where he is. Immediately repositions. Sheep Tank cannot connect the hits. Tima already pushing up, but Noob probably won't expect this. And he doesn't. And Tima just shoots him in the back. Gets another kill right here. 6-1. Yes, this is not exactly the result I've expected. After a pistol loss without a plant, we were bound to lose the next round and maybe the round even that, but afterwards it's, you know, you got the tools to make it happen. Unfortunately for Spirit Gaming, because they won that one round, their eco is over and now they have to do a little bit of funny buy. They buy 3 ohms 1911 by Game Spirit, unless he bought an AK as well. No, he did not. He does have the bomb, so maybe he's going for the lone plant, which is a strategy that appears to be working as Weisburg gives up B-side. But I don't think you should do this if the rest of the team is buying ohms. There's some heavy investment. We have 3,600 for the ohms alone. And now they're rotating back to B. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe they're just looking for picks, but why would FF push up here? They experience, they know there's no point in pushing the mana at this point. They have the lanes under control. They got the pick. So it's on the Spirit Gaming side to make the pick. However, Weisburg again rotates off Banana, and with all that pressure, Spirit manages to sneak through, but again, that's a lot of investment. The bomb is not even paying for all of that. And now they realize everybody dies. Eotic manages to tag Sheep Tank twice, who's now one shot. Eotic should make it over to B side to help his teammate. Deep Tank now can sacrifice his life to find out where the lurker on side is. Iceboard meanwhile clears out the mana. Iotic still in there. So Deep Tank actually not even the angle is there for BMO to get his kill. Get his revenge. So yeah. Personally, I don't think that's worth it. But Spirit Gaming wanted to give it a try. Maybe if they got some more picks, it would have been closer. However, now it's 7-1. Maybe they can do something great with their last T round and then have a really good CT side, because they sure as hell need it in order to somehow come back from this game. Noob buying the 50 cal, interestingly enough. I don't remember him to be a 50 cal player, but maybe he can pull it off. So far, it's very one-sided. Team are getting a lot of frags. But if the 50 cal is one thing, it's the great equalizer. It doesn't matter what happens, as long as you hit somewhere with that gun, you'll get the frag. And they breach the A side. But Toadie's peeking Tima all on his own. And now Pittsburgh making the footsteps. And gets Pittsburgh as well, losing half HP. Looks like the action, however, is on the B side. I think Iotic has the bomb, both Game Spirit. They're both kind of low, and there's still 2 players there. Noob does get Tima, like I mentioned. 1 hit is all you need. But now Friendly Fire should know that it's not an A. Game Spirit does manage to take out Viceboard, but BMO is sort of sneaking around, sort of behind him. Probably going to surprise him because they don't expect him to be there. And sure enough, he didn't. Gun was down. Now BMO needs to just wait on his teammates. Throwing a questionable frag grenade. And again from that angle. Most unfortunate. Maybe try the other. Sort of. I don't know. Whatever it was, that was final round. BMO was not even waiting for his teammates. Just going for the frags. But now the comeback has to start with the pistol round. They absolutely cannot afford. They probably cannot even afford to let Friendly Fire plant, because then they would have equal or even a money advantage on the next round. Most unfortunate for Spirit Gaming. It looks like it's an A push. I would say that's fairly traditional. Flashbangs onto side. Noob already pushing into secret, but nobody's coming from there. We have 2 people on A side. T-Tank does manage to kill Cody's. Iotic, however, does manage to kill Tima. So now it's interesting. Rotation is coming in a bit slow and from weird angles, I would say. Both of them are coming through the house. Phoenix, of course, hears them running from afar. Also heard Pittsburgh by now. So they know where the last player is. So unfortunately, that round will probably go to Friendly Fire unless Pittsburgh really can pop off. Which is always difficult when the enemy basically holds a gun to the back of your head. So now it's 9-1. I have to force whatever they can. There's no saving from this one. They're going for the ohms. Friendly Fire will probably expect this, except for BMO, who also buys an ohm. Technically, he's still in the advantage because he has armor while the enemy does not. But yeah, 2 Kamas with 2 ohms, and interesting enough, Pittsburgh decides to bring these 50 to an afterlife eventually. That's the disadvantage. Game Spirit, your gun does not can that wall because it's classified as an MP, or maybe it is, maybe I'm talking nonsense. Maybe it's still internal AR. Look, he doesn't manage to kill 2 with some beautiful headshots. Some enemies in a forward situation, and they're all kind of on side except Tima, who now occupies the headshot position. And Tima managed to kill him, but it's still 3-2. And Tima gets flanked, and now it's a 1v1 situation. He should know what Spirit Gaming is. He does somehow not. Maybe there was a little bit of miscommunication. Maybe this is the start of the comeback. Maybe you can't call it a comeback now, but certainly they get another round. There's another gun here. There's another ump, but I mean, yeah, you should probably use that gun next round. As Friendly Fire still has money to force into it. The question is, will they do it or will they play it safe by saving 1 round? Deep Tank decides to go for A bison. I don't know what it is with the bisons today. Has this Weisbrot and some deagles. Emo just saving a bank while the rest of his team does some little funny stuff. They're all going into the manor. Why not? It's a nice house, you know. Although I find the thing here, like this cupboard, really questionable. Who would place it there? That seems like, you know, you wake up in the morning, you walk down the table lane with your M4 like Game Spirit does, and then you go over there and pick your clothes. Game Spirit, it's time to go home. Noobs had also went home as he went searching for Tima and finding him. And then Tima picks up the gun and gets another kill. Phoenix also kills Game Spirit, who was just too aggressive, and now it's a 4v2 situation on a sort of weird save. Aeolus can bring this back because he hears them stepping, but he opens up too early. Doesn't catch Bimo. Oh, that nade is slightly undercooked, otherwise it would have killed Bimo. And now it's just Pittsburgh in a 1v4 situation last round. He has to hurry, he has been spotted, so that's even worse. Oh my lord, that knife was again danger close. Weisbrot now smart enough to just pull back, and now it's just 4 rifles against you. Just managed to, but he reloads, and Tima catches him for that, ending the game. And yeah, Tima ended the game. 24-7 is his headshots and also his game score. Game Spirit on the SG side, top frag and 13 frags. And we have a drop by Pimo. Hopefully there wasn't a crash. Anyways, that's map 2. And with that, we go into a little break until map 3. While we wait, we listen to some Scattle. Inner Animal is this song called. And we're still waiting on map 3. They are in a DM lobby in Museum. I've updated the post screen. Museum seems to be the final map, which I'm very happy about. I was afraid it was going to be Inferno. Luckily, that's not the case. And while we wait, they listen to some more Hotline Miami soundtrack. This one's called Electric Dreams. And the next song is called Knock Knock by Seattle. Alright, ending match now. Hopefully they will search for a lobby. Hopefully find that immediately. Shout out to the guy who runs his freaking competitive server non-stop with such great maps as Tarkov Factory S&B. Always a good time. Just bombing the freaking PAF TV list with his nonsense empty lobbies. Thanks, guy. Thank you very much for doing a service to this community. Enough with the salt though. Hopefully we'll get into the final game. It's Museum, Mans of Culture. It's picked by Friendly Fire, and accordingly Friendly Fire gets to start T. I would say, I used to think this was a slightly T-sided map, but as time goes on, I think it's more CT-sided nowadays. I don't know why that changed. The only really change on this map was the removal of the door in mid. Thank God for that. That door was annoying as hell. As are all doors in Pavlov, really. In the map I realized this. Another thing that changed, it does look like, oh yes, they found a server. Hopefully everybody loads it on the right side. Then I will kill the music. I will not make the mistake again. We have, I believe, everybody on the right side. Everybody loading in. Looks good. Let's kill the music. This one was called Knock Knock by Seattle. And another thing that was changed on Museum was the floor. The floor used to be different, and subsequently nades would mostly just fall through. But luckily we got that fixed. And luckily now it's actually a pretty good map. Sorry for cutting myself off there. Yeah, I just wanted to remove this one on my micro. And with that, we're going into the final map of the evening, at least for this game. Unless they've decided to play a fourth map, which I wouldn't cast, but I would I would respect it. And pistol round now starts. Eorik realizing, hey, even I have to leave spawn. As he rubber bands away. Where is his ping right now? 144. FF decides to slow push DA while doing a little bit of faking with Phoenix on B, I would imagine. Will Spirit Gaming fall for this? Doesn't look like anybody's aggressive, so they might just, depending on how good Phoenix can sell it. Now he starts running. But Icebot starts peeking. Very dangerous, but I don't think he was spotted there. But he's about to be spotted by Noob. If he keeps doing that, doesn't look like Spirit Gaming is rotating. Now the footsteps are there, but no players were moved. Emo Harbor moves the head of Noob off. Sides kind of cleared. He starts planting. Vicebot does get 2 kills with 1911. He really likes that gun. And we have some sex jokes in chat, but this is very Christian path. Not so Christian as Tima's block that blasts away Pittsburgh, and Vicebot gets the 3k with his 1911. He does buy armor. I'm really not a fan of the armor play, for the sole reason that it 100% relies on the fact that the opponent just doesn't hit your head. If he does, then the armor does absolutely nothing for you. You're kind of saying, hopefully my opponent is bad. I'm not giving myself an edge by, you know, getting a better gun, like, I don't know, a Glock. I'm just hoping the enemy is just bad, and therefore just hits my armor. In which case it's very effective. You need to, like, shoot armor forever with pistols. And it looks like a just straight up a long push with everybody. Looks like they're blocking themselves. We have Game Spirit on site. Will he be cleared? He kills Tima with just knifing him. Then Phoenix kills him in rage. But Pittsburgh gets another knife kill. Nice all around, turning this into a 3v3 situation. And Aeotic still has an ump. But Cheat Tank has an AK, and usually AKs win against umps. Aeotic now pushing out. Has Bimo seen this? I don't know if he saw it. He just burned. He lost his helmet in that moment, but the ump certainly didn't pay off. And Cheat Tank clears out Toady, telling Toady, hey, does this look like an AK to it? And Toady can just lie down in shame and say, stop with these funny jokes. It's not that I don't like your jokes, I just think it's not appropriate. We have a lot of children watching as this is a VRML game. Heyo! Please don't give me AP for that, please. We don't have players right now, I need to play every game, even though I'm bad. The dilemma, the duality of Blackhead. It wants to bench me but can't because nobody else is playing. Yeah, not duality is that push from Friendly Fire. I don't know how push could be duality, but that nade doesn't hit anybody. Where the hell is Phoenix? Just in the back, protecting the flank from it. Now the side is somewhat smoked off. Tima going into the lounge. Vicebot with the funny AK gets totally split. Noob kills Sheep Tank, and Sheep Tank aka Bimo shoots back. Aeotic trades out with Tima. The battle of the things. Now it's a 2v3 situation, winnable for Spirit Gaming. However, they have to really execute the retake here. Vicebot shooting that pointless gun. Oh my god, he even bought a holo. It works for him. I don't know what it is with Vicebot. He does not respect the meta, but he doesn't need to. Game Spirit gets naded behind the ticket and then gets taken down. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. 0-3 on the CT side. Hopefully Spirit Gaming can turn this around, get some points here, because, you know, CT sided. Otherwise it's gonna be really rough. I hope we get more results like the first game and less results of the second game. I always think it's a better experience for everybody if the games are close. But of course Friendly Fire does not want to make it close, they just want the points. They want to win another promise of a headset like last time. It's always fun when you can chase Dark Men for a month to get your $20 headset and then never get it. Eotic warping back and forth. Tima is now 1 HP, not really 1 HP, but pretty low HP. Nate bounces the input. Toady is on the approach, blocking main. Cheat Tank, however, decides to clear out the input finally, and also clearing out approach as Bimo kills Aeotic, turning this into a 2v4 situation. Pittsburgh still on the A side. Is this Mr. Toxic in disguise? He's now starting the rotate as all of his team members are dead. This is not something he should do at this point because exactly he will just be killed at this point. Vicebot still with the funny AK. Guys, I'm kind of at a loss here. 0-4. Our Spirit Gaming can afford the real guns again because they're on loss. They don't really have the util, and my god, does Friendly Fire have the util? They can just keep this going, except for Tima for some reason who's very low on cash. He died 3 times and the rest of his team does not, so this explains a lot. Vicebot just saving and saving. He still has the funny AK from the second round. I think he just died in first round and that's it. Grenade kind of gets stuck there, but still works out. He's just gonna sell it as an A. Opens the door and then not really execute on that one. However, Pittsburgh finally decides to stop Vicebot's AK. I think we can switch over to the B side and there's where the bomb is. Not sure what's going on. But BMO is on catwalk, so they have the angle. And oh no. Oh no. The nade kill from the graveyard. Turning this a 2v2 situation, but the bomb is planted exactly where it is. If Phoenix hurries up, he can perfectly support his teammate. Catwalk is smoked up, but nobody's coming from catwalk. I think that's a pulled frag grenade. I'm not sure what Spirit Gaming is waiting for. Cody's did manage to cross, but didn't help him in this case. Now Newton pushes on side, but Tima gets Toadies, and he probably saw the twin peak. Eagle fight, but then Phoenix pushes us up and covers him, and they win another round. 0-5. Yeah, I'm trying to make this interesting, but it's one-sided so far. Rank-wise, this is the current situation. Looks like they're going back to the A. They're doing these 1-4 splits, which I don't think Spirit Gaming really faults for, but at the same time they're also not rotating off, meaning their 2 defenders always face 4 enemies, so even if they trade out, they lose the side. Now they sort of hurt me, as Sheep Tank backs up the fake, or at least goes towards mid. I don't know exactly. Just gonna stay here because this is where the execute is actually important. Phoenix takes a lot of damage, and now they actually rotate. And again, they're showing themselves a little bit too early. Pittsburgh also kills Sheep Tank. That's a 4v3 situation. BMO names Destiny. And Nuno pushes up and gets punished for it from that angle. Alex is in the window exactly where he should be. But 2 Phoenix is still in mid. He could flank this, but he needs to hurry up. Gamespeed is just running around with a nade. And BMO finds the nade. And the bomb is now dropped and the Odyx still there. I think Tima thought the person in the window was Gamespeed, but psych, it was actually Odyx leaving just Vicebot, who at this point actually has a real gun. But this time it doesn't help him. He gets the plant, but they don't really need the plant because they have all the money in the world. They need, you know, the round win, but 1v3 was a tough sell, and he just couldn't make that sale. And yeah, they look at each other and, you know, decide, hey, we won this one. Nice job. And they dropped the guns. I think they had so many guns that they just dropped them before. I wouldn't do crack. Matter of fact, I don't do any drugs aside from caffeine. It's just, you know, I'm pretty ugly. I'm not funny. I'm certainly not good at Pavlov. But the one thing I have is sort of my brain. I really don't want to hurt it anymore. It's already getting old, you know. What's not getting old is the execute. Oh, and the headshot in mid by Sheep Tank on Game Spirit, who's just immediately deleted. And now everybody is going to the B side saying, no more of that nonsense faking. It didn't work anyways. Who needs that stuff? Let's just reach. This time, the nade by BMO actually hits Noob, who decides to stay at Destiny. However, didn't really help him anymore. He just died the same. That's the problem with Destiny. It's your Destiny to die on that spot. I think that's why it has the name. Sheep Tank, however, finds his Destiny by dying to the other, who's still in the lounge. We do have the site, and it's beautifully smoked, so they can plant the bomb in relative safety in this 3v4 situation. Now the retake has to come in. But oh my lord, there's still a lot of util. I think only Vicebot has the remaining backbank. Kill it. 1v2 situation. He was guarding the bomb from long, but he doesn't even need to because Phoenix just kills everybody. I think he was sort of hiding behind input as they sort of did the retake. That was not an angle they expected and just got punished for it. Lots of casualties, but unfortunately that's not really what Spirit Gaming needs. They need wins desperately. It's a common theme at this point. 1-6. Forward-wise, it's a lot more even than last game. Everybody getting frags on their friendly fire side. But yeah, on Spirit Gaming, Toadies and Noob still struggling here. Noob being new to the league, this is his first game. Not first game, first sort of set of games. Certainly doing well, considering everything here to you. Obviously, he's not new to Pavlov, but League Gaming is another level as the enemy suddenly is coordinated. It's not like Publix. Alright, third and 1911. Making Spirit in mid. Hima now taking a lot of damage, but so does Aeonic. Emo now opening storage. But we have a little bit of a mid push. Trying to find a good angle here. Phoenix gets Game Spirit, who I mean, was only really armed with the 1911. Team Tank also kills Eric there. Turning this into a 2v3 situation. Surprisingly, 2v2 situation now. Where is the execute? Noob is still on Destiny, and I don't think they know absolutely they do not. Noob just clears it up. This time the Destiny was on his side. He gets another round. I did not see that coming. Nobody else did, but I shouldn't have doubted that Noob can really pull this one off, as he usually did, by just redding on that corner. Can we get some crabs in chat? Actually, it wasn't even crabs. We need some red gems in chat. And you know, the power of the red gem is true. Final round, both sides have the money to buy guns, as they should buy all of the guns, all of the util. I would like to see some more clippers on the SD side, but that just might be the heat of the moment. Looks like an A push, but they're going back to their silly little one-man fakes. Fast through the smoke. Trade out Beamo against Toadies, but T-Tank is still there on that angle. Pittsburgh needs to be careful, but of course he cannot know this. Gainsborough clears out Sheep Tank, however, turning this into a 3v3 situation. Now Toadies needs to stay in that corner, stay alive, wait on his team. Phoenix is still far away. Oh my lord, they're almost... No, they're smoking him off. Not sure what that was about. Now it's a 3v2 situation for Spirit Gaming. Actually, I misread it. It was actually a 4v3. And Tima gets beautifully naded, leaving just Phoenix, who is in the perfect position. But what? That did no damage? Oh no. But luckily the trade is there. But that nade was on point. I don't think it should have killed him, but it certainly should have halved his HP. And now Noob just needs to concentrate, hopefully not have tracking issues, and get the defuse through. He does, giving another round to Spirit Gaming. And now it's round change, and they now have to really deliver on the T side. And that always starts with the pistol round. It's tricky, I would say. The pressure is certainly on. After that mana game, their confidence is certainly shaken, I would say. It looks like they're just going straight for a B. Keep all that nonsense with the whole faking and, you know, lanes and map control. Just smash B, rush B, Suka, as the members of Kompashka might say. I don't know if they say this. Just take side. Tank gets killed by Game Spirit, but they did not clear out util and didn't call teams being there. They didn't get the plant. This is the most important part. But now 1-4, where he does get a kill. He does get 2 kills. Oh no. This is most unfortunate for Aeonic. He does get it, but the issue is, I think he even got an ace. The issue is, and this is why I not celebrate his ace, is the fact that was actually the play by Tima as he congratulates, and now they will have less money than friendly fire because he survived the defuse. And that means you get less money. I don't know why that is. I don't know why the economy works this way. I don't know why you would even get money for planting bombs on, you know, this stuff. You do. But if it gets defused as you live, you get less money. And so, you know, the sad thing is, it would have been better for Eric to die. Of course, he had to try it, but Tima realized this and just snipped it. not only won the round, but also won the economy war. It's really the only thing that matters. The only two things that matter. Now Spirit Gaming tries to breach this one, but Tima just decides to breach heads. He's now one shot and gets punished for his aggression. Nope just pulling out the deal. What is this save round? You must be aware that all of this is pennable, and Sheep Tank is certainly aware. He's also able to pen your body as he does. Pittsburgh tries to come onto the scene only to die as well. Sheep Tank cleans it up. A little bit more coordination. Could have turned the save round into a save win, but still fairly good save round. Lots of damage. However, that's not good enough anymore. I hate to be this guy, but Spirit Gaming needs to win rounds, and they need to win them decisively. They need to disrupt the economy of Friendly Fire, and on top win themselves some rounds, because it's not enough. It's just not. I wish it was. Because then, as a bad player, it would help me. Again, less of that faking. That nade really tags Tima. Smoke, I'm not sure about. That doesn't really smoke anything. Except it would prevent you from defusing. Tima, no faults off the ticket. Door is being opened. I can't find a good angle for the life of me. Ainsworth, however, can find Tima, and Pittsburgh can find Viceboats. They breach the side perfectly. BMO is on the flank, but way too late. Sheep Tank is in lobby, but Cody's already there to intercept him. They heard each other. They saw each other. They shot each other. And then he throws a flashbang and runs away. BMO about to surprise Cody's. As he does. And Phoenix gets the... No, actually, no. And now... It's a 1v2 situation all of the sudden. Oh no, it was a 5v3, but Game Spirit lurks out, and he also knows where BMO is and just blasts him. I'm not sure if he opened the door and therefore got the wall bang, or if he saw the head, or what that was, but that was really the win he needed to pull. Gets the round, really important, and this is what I'm talking about. Now Friendly Fire needs to save. Then fun fact, if the enemy doesn't have real guns, it's a whole lot easier to win. This is my life hack. This is how I get like frags on the scoreboard. I just shoot the enemy when he can't really fight back. Best time of the playing Pavlov. And of course this can also backfire brutally, Maybe Spirit Gaming can execute. They certainly can throw that nade on Tima. He must be sick of it. That, lucky for Tima, is a smoke grenade. He is completely smoked out from that angle, but he's still lurking on side. Spirit Gaming should be aware. Iceboat in that corner, just stabs Pittsburgh savagely and gets another kill with the 1911 of all guns. I'm really impressed here with Iceboat 1911. Maybe they need to actually nerf that gun. But Eotic and Game Spirit clean it up, kill him. But in terms of save round, very successful. No bomb plant, a 1911 kill, a knife kill, and another kill. That adds up. At 5-8 now. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a T-sided map. We'll see. Will Friendly Fire take it home? They have guns again. Or will Spirit Gaming come ever so closer to the comeback? Like they're going for another straight A at this point. I feel like Friendly Fire should read it. James did not read that. Luckily his drop nade didn't tag anybody, but of course Timo was sick and tired of being naded on the A side, so he just decided to nade it back with a very early pre-nade. That's really the only time you can throw that nade, and he did, and that's why you have to play it slow. And now Tima gets another kill on the breach. And another kill. Did end up managing to kill Aotic, but he got killed there. I think he got a little bit of... Can't tell if it was lag or maybe some ladder volume there. But he seemed to just... No, I can't describe it any better. Anyways, it was more than enough to win the round for them, as only Toadies was alive and he couldn't beat 4 people, which is, always pretty hard. That is no knock on Toadies, that is just really hard. 5-9, and they make it to funny number, or will this end here and now? They do have not a lot of money, therefore we are seeing 2 and we're seeing 2 AKs, 1 and 4. I would have liked to see more util, just spend all if this is the potential last round. There's no holding back. This time they're a bit slower, but Aotic still finds the pre-nade. They did have some success on A, certainly more than on B, and I would say in general A is the closest side. I would like to see more play with the mid from both teams actually. I mean, Friendly Fire did something with the, and oh my god, Pimo just eats there. And the nade around the corner really takes up game spirit, and then he just closes it out and nobody's there to snag him up. The second person he made to just prevent that sort of wide peak. Now Toadie's actually moving towards mid, but that's very late. The rest of the team is still striking and Pimo just cleans him up in mid. This is not looking good. We have a bunch of people in storage. This is why I would not send 3 people into storage. That's just not the angle. Putno trying his best now, but this is all tenable. So, is Pimo about to get the ace? I think he got the 4K so far. Actually, I'm certain here. So if he can get Pittsburgh, but he's one shot. And they're just lining up like this is freaking, I don't know what this is, 1-1. For Pittsburgh, Pimo does get the ace and ends the game. Can somebody please implement an ammo limit in this game? Anyways, I don't think even with the ammo limit that would have changed any outcome here. And yeah, 5-10 end result. 3-0 for Friendly Fire. GG's. Good luck. No, not good luck. It's already over. Why am I saying good luck? GG's. It was good games. I hope you all had fun. I certainly did, even though it was a little bit one-sided, but that's sometimes how the cookie rolls, crumbles. I don't know. But yeah, that's it. That's it from me. I'm back next time when we do some more casting, some more listening to good music, and some more memes. And I'll see you then. Goodbye.